Stephen, what would you say are the known causes of laminitis?
Well, laminitis is a very difficult problem, and obviously it's strange that the main cause is known to be grass, just eating too much grass, eating too much rich grass. And that can happen at any time of year to the wrong animal. But there are other causes as well. For example, concussion on the road. If a horse is pounding the roads too much, then it can damage its feet just from the concussion. And also if there's a hormonal imbalance. So hormonal imbalances can happen for many different reasons. It could be a specific disease, like Cushing's disease you might have heard of, that raises steroid levels in the body and therefore causes imbalances which cause the pain in the feet. And many other types of hormonal imbalance can be related to that. So what sort of hormonal imbalances had you got in mind? Do you know?
Well, a lot of people tend to talk about Cushing's disease when it comes to hormonal imbalances, and there's a lot of research to show it does have something to do with laminitis.
Yeah.
What would be your thoughts on that?
On Cushing's disease specifically? Yeah, it's a it's a very common problem, Cushing's disease, and it's becoming more and more common, particularly in intensive agricultural areas where there's a lot of chemicals used in the environment, and somehow it seems like all those chemicals are affecting a horse badly, disturbing its generally the way the body works and the immune system works, and resulting in more often these sort of cases of Cushing's disease. So that's the kind of situation that you often get Cushing's disease in.
So going back to most people thinking grass could be a cause for laminitis, if my horse is overweight, is he more at risk of developing laminitis?
Yes, well, when a horse or a pony is overweight, there's a lot more fat in the body, and often when it gets to a certain level, that fat actually releases unusual chemicals into the body which act like steroids and upset the hormonal balance of the body, therefore triggering all the changes that result in laminitis. So that's the way that too much fat in the body causes the problem.
And if my horse has recovered from laminitis and is now sound, is he going to be more at risk than other horses for future problems?
Yes, well, if a horse has had laminitis once, then you can imagine there's a lot of damage in the feet, and the blood vessels have been affected, and there's a lot of scar tissue, because it takes a lot to heal up the damaged areas. So the horse or pony is likely to be more susceptible just because there's already damage there in the feet that can be damaged again. And also, if the problem happened because of overeating and a digestive imbalance, then that in itself, a digestive imbalance, will result in a change in bacteria in the digestive system. And that change will probably not have corrected itself, so it will predispose the horse to having more problems in the future.
As a vet, what would you suggest that I would do if I suspect my horse is coming down with laminitis? Of course, we would call a vet, but is there anything that I can do while I wait for the vet?
Yes, well, probably he won't be feeling very well if you think he's got laminitis as in pain. So the best thing you can do is obviously get him away from the grass, get him in a stable with a comfy bed so he's comfortable on his feet, and just give him water and no food. That's the most important thing to do before the vet comes. All right, I think that's enough.
Thank you, Stephen.